And welcome back. Welcome back to Shut It. How you doing? We have some really great dumb news of the week for you. Are you ready for it? Tiffany Gomez, crazy plane lady who went viral after not real rant on flight, launches a new career. Of course she does. Maybe she's going to start her own cryptocurrency. Let's read on, shall we? This is also breaking news from the New York Post, just to mind you. And the tagline is, the crazy plane lady is now the safe for work lady. That's right. Tiffany Gomez, whose notoriety took flight after she caught an on-camera meltdown on a plane in 2023, is getting a new career off the ground. A new career. All right. The 40-year-old marketing executive, entrepreneurial trailblazer, whose mother effer is not real rant on American Airlines flight went viral 2 years ago, is going to be content creator for Passes. What is Passes? Okay, so here's the thing. I did a whole bit about this woman 2 years ago because it was so it was a different kind of dumb news. It was like, maybe aliens were involved, maybe reptilians, maybe shapeshifters, maybe she was intoxicated, maybe she was off her meds. We didn't know, but it was a fun one. And I'll play you a little clip now. So I'm going to pause this and I'll play you a clip from 2 years ago.
But I am telling you right now, that back there is not real.
She is a Karen who saw a ghost on a plane. Look, she could have been having a mental breakdown. This is my theory. I feel like she's an actress who's doing that on purpose to delay the flight for some crazy reason. Like maybe somebody on the flight told her, I'll give you $10,000, Karen, if you just lose your shit, because I have this wedding I have to go to and I really don't want to go to the wedding. So she's hanging out in first class with some guy and he's like, God damn it, I got to go to my cousin Joanne's wedding. And then he's, in first class, they give you the champagne at first, even right when you sit down. He's getting drunk. He's got to go to his cousin Joanne's wedding. He doesn't want to go. And he comes up with the perfect escape plan. He's like, you know what? I like you, Karen. Can you do me a favor? And she's like, sure. He's like, look, the wedding is in like a couple of hours. If you could just lose your shit and just say you saw an alien or a shapeshifter or a reptilian, don't even say what it is. Say they're not real and just point at it. And she's like, yeah, 10,000. She's counting the money. All right, let's go. And she's like, I'm getting off the plane. Well, they have to all disembark because you have we don't know. Maybe there is an alien on the plane. Maybe this guy is a bomber. But they all had to disembark. They couldn't take the flight. They had to wait hours to get a new plane. And dude missed his cousin Joanne's wedding that he didn't want to go to. He's out $100 or $10,000, but he also has a great story on his hand. So anyway, there it is, right? So that was it. She had been rumored to have joined OnlyFans, which features adult content, but Passes forbids explicit material, according to the outlet. Passes is the company that she's the marketing person for. She promises unfiltered, unexpected, and unapologetic material from her life. This is where we're at, folks. Somebody has an outrage on a commercial airplane, and they get to be they have their own platform. You know what? I miss the olden days. Remember the old-timey days when it was just like Paris Hilton and like the Kardashians, and you'd follow them around? No, now anybody, you can follow anybody. Well, they are nobodies either, but like this is a real nobody. Gomez will share behind-the-scenes looks at my chaos, workouts, pups, sports, shoes, and fits, according to her bio on Passes. What is Passes? I don't even know what, hold on, I'm going to look at this. Let's take a look. Okay, so Passes is basically a new social media platform that you have to pay to unlock to see a picture. Like there's one of them saying, Tiffany Gomez is saying, sunbathing queen, and I guess she's in Brazil or Jamaica. It's a Jamaican flag. And then it says, unlock for $6. Unlock one image. So you have to pay to see, it's basically paying to see her Instagram feed. Okay. So she's the new spokeswoman. That actually makes sense. Because she's batshit, and this is a batshit app. Been having a blast in Belize. P.S. Tip this post $20 for a sneak peek of my unseen content. Okay, so you know everything's a hustle. Do you want to see a picture of me? You're going to have to pay $20. Everything's a hustle. Everything. Oh, God. It's all unlocked. Who is paying to see this dummy screaming at it's not real? Where do you think I'm headed next? And where's your favorite place to travel to? You have to pay to see this dummy's photographs, who is just famous because she said they're not real. And like I say at every episode, these are the end of days because this is something else, huh? We're living in a dystopian world where people are taking selfies and charging people. Most people don't want to look at your dumb selfie. We just carry up and like it and scroll on because we want to be nice. And this dum-dum wants you to pay $15 to see her selfie. In what world is anybody going to, if she's like doing something, gratuitous, where it would be like, oh, I get it. But I don't think it's that. I think it's just her trying to where am I off to next? And then the next you scroll to it, I'll show you, I'll put it up here. Yeah, this is it. This is what we're done. We're done. Okay, so this app is her own app. And it's all about different things that she's going to show on her app. She has a passport to Tiffany. Okay, so passport. So you get to see where she flies. I guess it's $9.99 a month. It includes 5 free messages, access to all my wall content, discounted bundles, and discounted merch. She has merch. And then you have $20 a month is private flight. And stop paying to chat. Let's talk for free. Unlock all my wall content, discounted PPV content, and discounted merch. So that's $20. And $69.99 a month includes unlimited priority messaging, unlock all of my wall content, 2 freebies per month, DMs directly to you from this nutbag. You could pay $70 a month to get messages from the woman who said that person is not real. Yeah. Okay. So Passes is basically like a new app it's not like OnlyFans, but it can be a little bit racy, but you can be an influencer and you charge people to basically look at your content. And I give this app about a week, a month, tops. I don't know who would want to pay to see this lady's content of where she's going on a plane. Obviously, she's got mental illness, and she never did explain what happened on the plane. And she just has this coy, it's hard to explain. And then that's it. You literally grounded a plane, disrupted hundreds and hundreds of people's traveling plans, millions of dollars, I'm going to venture. And you're like, oh, it was so coy. I don't know. I felt uncomfortable. I felt a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah. Let's finish the article. Sorry. Okay. She encourages potential clients to direct message her since that's where all the magic happens. How does the magic happen there? What do you message it about? Before cheekily ending with a nod to her now infamous tirade. Thanks for flying with me, she wrote with a lips emoji. It will cost $9.99 a month to fly with Gomez, the cheapest of several tiers she has on the site, which allows you access to her wall and earns discounts on her merchandise. So yeah, Gomez has remained in the spotlight since appearing on podcasts, YouTube shows, and giving tours of her sleek Texas home. In the months after the incident, she dispelled rumors that the episode was prompted by something supernatural or otherworldly. This is what she says. I literally did not see anything. It was an expression of speech, she said on the podcast. Okay, I'm going to replay what she did, and you decide. That's an expression of speech?
Can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that back there is not real.
Either you went off your meds, you were loaded to up the kahoonies with I don't know what, or you saw something and you're not saying. And I'm going to go with the latter because She goes, the real reason was too cringe to initially admit to, she said. The reason I probably haven't come out yet is that it's so cringe, she said. Gomez said she got into a little bit of an altercation with another passenger and that it spiraled out of control. It was not my best moment. It was actually a horrible moment, absolutely mortifying. How horribly mortifying, she added. Authorities issued her a warrant for criminal trespass for the incident on the plane, but she was not charged or arrested. Gomez has worked at Uppercut Marketing LLC since 2016, according to her now defunct LinkedIn page. This I call bullshit. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think she saw something? Do you think she was off her meds? Do you think it was cringe? Like, what was so cringe?
As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time. First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. My use of profanity was completely unnecessary.
So I'm going to sell you some profanity if you pay a price and you can unlock the pictures. Full circle. America, we are number one. Woohoo! This is hilarious. This is just amazing. I think I'm going to yell at somebody on a plane, and hopefully some news outlet will pick it up, and I could show you my feet. You can unlock that source site. You know, there's fetishes for everything out there. People love feet. Some people like ugly feet. I have like a big, I don't know. I don't have the prettiest feet. I'm going to say it. But maybe I'll yell at somebody on a plane. I'm going on a big trip this weekend. I have a whirlwind tour. We're going to hit all the big major European cities. We're going to hit, I don't know, what are we going to hit? We're going to hit for Sweden, Stockholm, Oslo, Amsterdam, Paris, Brighton, Manchester, London, and then that's it. I think I got them all. Anyway, I have many opportunities to yell at somebody on a plane. I'm going to be hopping over all the little European countries and furiously microdosing Hope and Chardonnay while I look at my TikTok feed as we see the collapse of my home country. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think... what would your app be? I think that's a great idea. Look, these are times where you have to figure out what you are worth. You have to know your worth. That's right. You need to know your worth. If you think you're worthy of people joining your app page called pressing, what is it called? Passes. Sorry. It's called Passes. And you can make a pass at a crazy lady who got famous for 2 seconds because she yelled at somebody on a plane. You can do anything. You know what I mean? You can be anyone you want to be. If you ever feel like, oh my God, I embarrassed myself the other day. I accidentally winked at somebody I didn't mean to wink at. I'm mortified. And that's not a good example. What did I do? Oh, I don't know. I lost my bowels on an overnight flight, on an intercontinental flight. I just lost my bowels. I couldn't make it to the bathroom in time. But you know what? I've decided I'm an entrepreneur. After that, I think I'm gonna start my own brand of merch called Sloppy Flying. Sloppy Flying Jenny. And I have some travel diapers. That's my merch. It's called Sloppy Flying. And it's a diapers. I have wet wipes with my logo on it. I have little what is that called? Incense, or not incense, smelling salts, so you can't smell what just happened. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. if that happened. I'm not going to do that. But I think we've, like I say in many episodes, I think we've lost touch with one pure, essential emotion, and that's shame. I think we need a little bit more shame in this world. I'm going to say it again and again and again. With a little bit of shame, it goes a long, long way. It goes a long way. Just a tiny bit of shame. All you have to do is say, oh my God, I was totally high. And I said those people aren't real, or that person's not real. And then quietly go away back into your corporate gig as marketing manager. No, not in America. No, we need to embrace our humiliating, shameful moments. And we need to amplify it. And we need to celebrate it. We need to be like, you know what? Look at me. Look at all the dumb things I've done. Specifically, me grounding a plane, causing millions of dollars in damage, and disrupting hundreds of people's plans because I just didn't like what I saw on a plane. But you know what? I'm not going to quietly just walk away and try to hope this goes away and I can continue with my life, living my life. No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to double up. I'm going to coyly go on a podcast tour and talk about how it was cringe and I don't want to talk about it. Well, what was it? It can't be that cringe that you're opening your own little dumb app and charging people to look at scantily clad pictures of you. It cannot be that cringe because I think that's way more cringe than you saying what you saw on the plane. Like, you can't have it both ways. Which one is it? Is it, oh, I'm embarrassed. Okay, I'm embarrassed. Fine, I'll take it all embarrassed. But you don't do a podcast tour and then put yourself out there on an app and charge people to see you flying on planes and what you're up to in Belize. Look at me sunbathing. No, you can't. You don't get both. Either one or the other. And I don't know. I'm a little angry. I don't know why. I know why. I haven't had enough coffee because it's so hot. I'm drinking my cold coffee, and I need to drink more of it. Ay. Ooh, it's hot. Yeah, you don't get both. But I think here's the thing. Somebody told me, I was talking to somebody recently about, they were saying, oh, a friend of mine who works in Hollywood. And I was like, oh, he's a writer. And I said, oh, you can get somebody, a big name attached to that. And he was like, Jen, there are no big names anymore. There's no such thing as like, it's the end of an era. There is no such thing as like a superstar. You know what I mean? The days of like George Clooney and like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, that's over. That's waning. Now it's like these microcosms of like different influencers who have their own sort of following in their own little bubble. And that's the new norm. And then they'd be like, oh my God, yeah, I would love to have you attached to this project that is only going to be seen by a certain amount of people on a streaming platform that is only recognizable to a certain subgenre of group. And that's it. There's no like one big thing. Maybe in Bollywood there is. Maybe that's still a thing, probably. But in America, no. For sure, no.
And accept my apology, and I can begin to move on with my life.
I don't think anybody wanted her apology. You know what I mean? Like, were you guys waiting for her? Were you up at night going, when is she going to apologize? When is Tiffany Gomez going to apologize? Well, look, she's trying to make a name for herself. And we're living in a world where, like, Dr. Phil is upset with Catch Me Outside Girl. And if you know, you know. And now he's parading around downtown Los Angeles, live, like a reality show star, following around people being detained and interviewing them off the street. Like anybody asked him to do that. I don't even understand what's happening. There's the movie, what is it called? Idiocracy. That's what's happening. It's an old movie from the early 2000s, I think, about a guy who's in a coma and he wakes up to find he's the smartest person in America and he has to become president. Anyway, that's it. What do you guys think? Do you think if you had a psychological breakdown on a plane and were called out for it, and then instead of just humbly, quietly walking away into your life, trying to reassemble, put together what happened, just go about your quiet life, would you decide, you know what, this is a great opportunity for me to put myself out there and put out content, that people have to pay for to look at pictures of me in my bathing suit while I have a new career as, I don't know, just somebody who had a mental breakdown on an airplane. What are your thoughts? Do you think, I mean, now I'm not surprised. None of this stuff shocks me anymore. This is kind of sad. I think maybe I'm going to change my dumb news of the week to like inspiring news of the week. Maybe we could find something that's inspiring, something that makes everybody go, wow, humanity is still alive, rather than, wow, we are just about to be extinct species, self-inflicted extinction because of our idiocracy. Anyway, what do you think? I want to know. This is our 64th episode, you guys. Can you believe it's been 64 times we've showed up and done this? I can't. And I'm going to take a little break for a couple weeks. I'm going on tour. I'm very excited. And then, the last stop is Dublin. And then I have a bunch of shows in Dublin that first week of July. So if you're in Dublin, I'm going to be at Stitches, and I can't remember the other one. It's called Crack. And I think I'm going to do a bunch of guest sets at the Comedy Cellar in Dublin, and another one that I can't remember. But I'm going to put it up on my website at jenkirwin.com. If this is on your algorithm, please like and subscribe. If you know someone who likes dumb news, please share this with them. If you have a comment, please comment below. It's important. It helps with the algorithm. And yeah, that's what I'm going to say. And if you ever have a meltdown on a plane and you want to start your own entrepreneur franchise of highlighting your depraved and immature behavior, good for you. Good for you. Do it. I say go for it. Why not? Put it in the comments below and let me see what you're up to. I got to walk the dog.